Hello peeps, I've been working on this kind of some stuff with animation. It's been a while with the Unreal Engine just to make my little character to pop up and shine a bit more and stuff like that. I think in the future I am going to, right now at the moment I'm just sketching out some ideas to maybe have some like 1 or 2 combo attacks just for something, and I think I could be good enough to show just a little bit what I pretty much can do with my own little creations in there. But for those who are new to my channel, I do other contents like 2D art, some concept art, some illustrations, and especially, of course, 3D stuff. Eventually, I do want to take the time once I start a new 3D project to learn how to do some Blender sculpting, because I've used ZBrush in the past to sculpt other things. So in the future, once I bring my characters up to like 3D and stuff like that, I think that'll be a good opportunity just to see what else I can do with Blender too as well, and also just continue my little stuff in Unreal too as well, because I'm having a blast of learning these animation modes and stuff like that, and it's pretty much fun after long term just to do things around in the game engine. Also, when it comes to this final post-processing of this project that I'm doing for like a little portfolio scope here, I think I want to add a couple more VFX on this just to have that little post-processing going with, since she has like her own fire powers and abilities such as Ember and maybe a little bit of poisonish stuff, but yeah. But this is so far coming out so well, so I hope you enjoy this progress. Hello. The movement is cool. Yeah, these are just pose frames and stuff. Oh, and don't mind the numbers there. That's just me when I'm fiddling with the speed attack. Several more animations in for the fighting thing. You did so well with the model. Yeah. I did the model in ZBrush, but if you have checked out ZBrush's prices lately, yeah, see, yeah, they're still $50. I still call that $50 because it's like $49. They used to be like $39.99 or $50 for a month. Yeah. So the next time I'm ever gonna make something like this, I do want to try it with Blender to see how that goes. And the reason why I'm using Blender, because there's no way I would pay Maya, even though Maya was free for students. You're gonna well, okay, there you go. See, annual. Oh wow, they increased. They were they were 1,500 for annual. But they lowered down the monthly thing. It was $250, so they lowered down to $245. But that's still a lot for 1 month. But the only way, if you want to get like a cheaper discount on this, if you send them how much you make per year, which is like under 100K, then you can get like $60 per month. Yeah. So this, if you're curious to learn how to rig, this would be the book for you. However, just letting you know that it will be showing examples from Maya, but I would still pick up the book because that skills can still translate to Blender. When did you create this character? If I can go back my archives, when did I post the character concept itself? But I do know, I think it's around, well, 2021 or 2022. Yeah, I'm looking her up. Yeah. So, she used to look like this. I mean, this is her first time I drew her. Yeah, I think I know she had big ears, but it looks like she had pointy ears. And then she looked like this in 2024. But the idea was like, she was still more like a dark suit, but have like a bit more brownish color there, but other than that, this is before I decided to add a bit more color to her suit.